don't see any of that. You gotta make it up.
You see what you want to see. It's abstract.
What's that supposed to be?
I think that's Perseus.
What's that?
Oh, he was a hero in Greek mythology.
Why was he a hero?
He was pretty brave for starters. He went on dangerous adventures to fight monsters. But it's more than that. A lot more. What else makes a hero, huh?
They're strong.
Hmm?
They beat up bad people.
Some do, yeah. But punishing bad guys isn't what makes a hero, you know. To be a hero, you have to save people, too.
The good people.
Everyone.
Gotham is a laboratory. And we, its test subjects.
Open all cells on Block B!
Falcone said Otis Flanagan is the Rat King. A stretch, but worth investigating. I'll search his cell. Then tonight, death row, where Falcone was attacked.
If you're gonna stretch your legs, better get moving. I don't want to hear about any more problems in the yard.
Otis Flanagan's missing? Who cares? Crackpot was wailing about the Rat King day and night. Sooner than later, I would have shut him up.
Y'all are lucky you aren't in max security. A bunch of prisoners caught a beating last night.
Sorry again for the harsh welcome yesterday. Hope your second day in prison is going better than the first. Need anything?
Otis Flanagan, prisoner in here. You know anything about him?
Haven't seen him in a while. His cell's on this block. I used to see him going to group therapy in the library. He fell in with the rat cult some time ago. Definitely unstable. Why you asking?
Yeah, you said it. I'm worried he could hurt somebody. That makes it my business to know where he is.
I've seen him be friendly with old Joe from the commissary. If you haven't already, try talking to him.
Guessing this ain't your first time behind bars.
What makes you say that?
The way you carry yourself, confident. I just get the feeling you've been here before.
Not my first bid in Blackgate. I've seen a lot of people pass through here. Most of them deserve better than this. Others deserved a lot worse.
Worse than this? Who the hell deserves that?
Guessing you never met Oswald Cobblepot. Penguin? He used to stay on this block. They still haven't cleared out his cell. For a stench.
Any advice for a new guy trying to stay alive as long as possible?
Part of staying alive in here is staying sane. If you get a chance to attend group therapy with Dr. Quinzel, you should take it.
Speaking from experience, I mean, no offense, but I wouldn't peg you as the type.
Guys like you and me aren't much for talking. But there are worse things than listening. Be careful out there.
Cheesecake you made was incredible. Really outdid yourself.
Thanks. Joe couldn't find me cream cheese, so I used mayonnaise and then added some sugar packets.
Mayonnaise? You're sick in the head, you know that?
You wouldn't have known the difference if I hadn't told you, you wimp.
Flanagan's cell. I'll search it for evidence as to how he snuck into death row. Huh. To Otis, thanks for the book. I'll give it back to you at next week's session. Joe. Must be Joe from the commissary. What do you mean by session? Electronic engineering, rat biology, and psychotherapy. Looks like these came from the prison library. Otis doesn't sound like the social type, but he carved out time for group therapy with Dr. Quinzel. Distinctive shoe prints, almost like claws. Otis must have cut up his shoes to make these marks. Cops, courts, clink. Same message I saw in Shrike's apartment. Otis isn't just friendly with rats, he's a follower of the Rat King. Or the Rat King himself. Now, that's all the evidence. Without my analysis tech, I can't perform a more detailed search. I'll trust my instincts. Since Otis ain't here, I gotta go somewhere he hung out a lot. But where? Otis definitely knows Joe. There's no evidence he spent much time at the commissary. Otis spent most of his time on the outside crawling through the sewers. Considering the smell in here, I doubt he spent much time in the showers. A quiet place like the library would be perfect for group therapy. And explain all of Otis's books, too. I'll head to the library and see what group therapy's all about. Might learn something about Otis and his access to death row.
I've run plenty of counterfeiting jobs before. What I need is something that'll work in the joint.
Alright. I've run plenty of con jobs on the outside. What's something I could run on the inside? The Opal City wake-up call? Nah, that's out. I'd need a ruby necklace. Not gonna find one of those in here.
Our escape plan is coming along, fellas. We got blueprints for all the key sections of Blackgate mapped out.
And we've ID'd some blind spots in the security cameras. We're just gotta figure a way out of ourselves quietly.
That guy downstairs, Otis Flanagan, he escaped and they haven't found him yet. How hard could it be?
Yeah, but he learned how to control the minds of rats. How long do you think something like that would take? Realistically.
Unless Ma can dig up some bail money, I'm gonna be in here a while. I might have to join up with the crew. The rats are here to stay. I don't know if I'm buying everything they're selling, but they say Gotham's a sinking ship.
I don't know what happened in Mac's security last night. The Tiger's staying quiet about it, and so's the family.
Gods are even grouchier than usual this morning. What's going on? Something went down last night. Nobody's saying nothing, but I saw a few guards coming from the infirmary.
You think somebody tried to break out?
My guess is that a certain somebody broke in.
New brothers, fresh from the streets. You earned your place here.
Damn right they did. Guy here shot a paramedic trying to pull a cop from a car wreck.
Well, now that you've robbed and beaten and murdered your way into Blackgate's, the real work begins. Blackgate isn't paradise yet. But with your help, we'll make it ours.
Day of Wrath is pure fiction. Just something this Rat King uses to stir people up so they'll commit crimes for him.
Those who've heard the recordings tell us the Rat King is very specific. He says it takes place in 4 days.
Apparently, I wasn't direct enough last time, so let me be absolutely clear. The Day of Wrath is bull language.
But actions speak louder than words. And while it's a peaceful morning here in Gotham, the GCPD is quietly preparing for the possibility of more violence after nightfall. We'll be right back after this message from Ace Chemicals, creating surprises since 1940.
Falcone's running scared. And we got new recruits coming in every day. I'm feeling lucky.
Don't get cocky. We got the same boots on our necks in here that we do in Gotham. To bring the Day of Wrath to bear, we gotta remain focused, vigilant.
Oh, I'm focused, all right. Focused on stacking my winnings higher than all of you combined.
Preparation for the trial of alleged crime boss.
Touchdown with today's financial headlines. Shares of Falcone Shipping continue to rise, even after an attack on CEO and alleged mobster Carmine Falcone in Blackgate Prison. Acting CEO Alberto Falcone told reporters that, quote, investors know that, like my father, our company is strong enough to bounce back from anything. Despite the elder Falcone's arrest in May, the company is still planning to expand worldwide operations in the next fiscal year. Ace Chemicals is back in the news, and as expected, it's not good. Investors lost their taste for the stock after the parent company of Soda Cola canceled a major product launch. Ace reportedly invested over $1 billion to harvest a rare South American plant to flavor their new Sprinkle Fizz Gold. But test markets have reported what the company will only refer to as, quote, adverse side effects. All things considered, a bad quarter is still better than poisoning your customers. But Ace Chemicals' rivals at Zesty Cola might just be the refreshing change that thirsty investors are craving.
More folks in here than usual. The hell happened last night?
You look like you got hit by a freight train. What happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Heard there was an unexpected visitor on the family's block last night. Your injuries got anything to do with that?
I said I don't want to talk about it. Keep your dirty snout out of my affairs for a moment.
I can't imagine you got any rest last night. Is your hand okay? Or did you want to talk about something else?
That kid on the courthouse roof had an accomplice. I fought him in the Monarch Theater. I need to find him somehow.
Sure you want to do that? That boy's pain must be unbearable. What do you think will happen if you contact him? And which you are we talking about?
I don't know. But when this is all over,
Until this is over, there's time. Focus on the journey in front of you. It might give you some answers once you reach your destination.
I need to ask you about a prisoner named Otis Flanagan. He may have been Falcone's attacker. And the Romans seem to think he's the Rat King. I have to find him.
He's been here once or twice, but I won't tell you his medical history. Though I'm sure you have your ways of getting around that. What I will tell you is he's eluded the guards before, and he's extremely dangerous. If you find him, what are you going to do?
Falcone may be holding out on me. I need to hear Flanagan's side of the story.
What a good detective does. Listens. Thanks for taking what I said the other day to heart.
My hand is killing me, along with every other part of my body.
Oh, I know all about last night. It's been much busier in here today than usual. Want me to look at your hand? I could redress it for you.
I can take care of myself. I just wanted to know if you'd gotten any intel from anyone passing through the infirmary. Something I can use.
Men with broken jaws don't talk much. Sorry, Mr. Malone.
That kid on the courthouse roof had an accomplice. I fought him in the Monarch Theater. I need to find him somehow.
Sure you want to do that? That boy's pain must be unbearable. What do you think will happen if you contact him? And which you are we talking about?
I don't know. But when this is all over,
Until this is over, there's time. Focus on the journey in front of you. It might give you some answers once you reach your destination. Talk to you later.
Notice anything unusual in max security last night? Any ruckus?
I was asleep. Ruckus? What are you talking about? Ruckus?
You know, ruckus. Commotion, tumult, hullabaloo. As in a little more screaming, wailing, and gunfire than usual.
If there was a hullabaloo, I think I would have heard it. You must have had a bad dream.
Have him being spotted at Blackgate Prison last night. Could he have unfinished business with Falcone or the Rats? I asked Commissioner Gordon this morning.
Any rumors are exactly that. Rumors. I thought you reported the facts, Ms. Vale.
We addressed the public's concerns, Commissioner, and they're very concerned about this Day of Wrath mentioned in the Rat King's broadcasts.
Look, as far as we can tell, the so-called Day of Wrath is pure fiction. Just something this Rat King uses to disturb.
Group therapies in the library.
Maloney's Italian restaurant, huh? Wait a second. You think this is funny, huh? You think we don't got the caller IDs? I can tell you're calling from the prison, you dunce. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. We ain't delivering pizzas to Blackgate no more. I almost lost my damn hand last time because you dimwits made me take it all the way to the south. I don't care how hungry that damn crocodile man is or whatever. That's your problem, not mine. Goodbye.
before we lock down. I don't need Bolton's permission to give any one of you turds free cosmetic surgery.
In the 17th century, the island we know as Blackgate was settled and given its name by Captain John Valor, who commandeered it as a base for his exploits as the so-called Black Pirate. Ships sailing for the thriving colony of Gotham City navigated through Black's Gate in order to arrive. Many of them failed to make their journey. In the latter half of the 17th century, Blackgate Island was home to a monastery of unknown origin. Though the island was abandoned, the chapel that serves in our prison today is a remnant of that original structure. It provides hope and solace to inmates on death row, with its depictions of St. Michael throwing Lucifer into hell. Blackgate Island's location east of Gotham City made it an ideal site for a gun battery in both the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. In 1775, it was briefly commanded by the legendary Brigadier General Mad Anthony Wayne, who remarked that the island's grim desolation was a fitting tomb for our country's enemies. For over a century, Blackgate Island laid untouched, save for a single expedition in 1910, led by renowned Gotham architect Cyrus Pinckney. As World War II came to an end, visionary Carl Drayton was contracted to build a facility that would contain Gotham's fast-growing population of criminals, mobsters, and communist sympathizers. The result was Blackgate Penitentiary, which was completed after 4 years of construction as what Draper called the prison of the future. In recent times, Blackgate has seen an unfortunate number of inmate-involved losses of control, including the so-called Christmas Eve riots. While an oversight committee found that prison administration was not at fault for these unfortunate events, Blackgate has dramatically improved its security with new, high-tech measures designed to prevent any further incidents. It's safe to say that the days of riots at Blackgate Prison are simply over.
After years of staggering mismanagement, endless riots and bleeding-heart attempts at rehabilitation, control of Blackgate was finally handed over to a private contractor that knows what the animals inside these walls deserve. Tiger Security and its staff work hard to ensure that criminals stay where they belong, rather than on library exhibits nobody cares about.
Dr. Crane, these aren't your patients. They are our patients, and I won't have you bullying them.
These men are hardened criminals, Dr. Quinzel. You can't heal their fractured minds with cuddly vibes and finger painting.
It's called art therapy, you ghoul. Oh, hi.
Afraid we have a straggler.
I'll check him in.
See you back in group. Pray you aren't late again.
I'm Dr. Quinzel. And you are?
Malone.
Welcome, Mr. Malone. First time in group?
First of many, I hope. Joe from the commissary suggested I join. Says it's worked wonders for him.
Therapy can be very healing, and Joe, his progress has been tremendous. Whew, and you're in luck. Mr. Yamashiro's absent today. His chair's all yours. Hold on, I'll buzz you in. Please, follow me. You'll have to excuse Dr. Crane. He was brought in to replace the outgoing supervisor, Professor Strange, and, well, he has a very narrow view of therapy. But, while Crane and I don't always see eye to eye, we do share a common field of study.
Yeah, what's that?
The Shadow. Come on, new friend. Let's join the others. Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our new friend. This is Mr. Malone. Mr. Malone, please, take a seat. What we do here is rehabilitation through better understanding of the shadow. Our shadow is a blind spot in our psyche.
Not exactly. Our shadow consists of our unconscious fears, shame, and desires that we project onto others.
I was getting to that part. The shadow is often rooted in our early development. Mr. Malone, tell us about your childhood.
My childhood. All right. My parents were both murdered in front of me when I was a kid. I saw it. I couldn't stop it. I froze. And they never caught the guy who did it.
Oh, my dear. I'm so sorry. I feel sick in my soul for you.
That's it? The subject has no use for your feelings, Doctor. He needs a clinical diagnosis, not a bleeding heart.
Aren't you supposed to be quietly observing? Keep your comments to yourself, Crane.
I am here to supervise this clown
My
car.
parents would fight. All the time. They'd rage at each other. And at me. I called it prize fighting, because I always got the belt. 7 years old. Couldn't defend myself. I did some awful things over the years to get back at them. Your shadow never leaves you. You wrestle with it all the time. But you can learn to coexist.
Thank you, Joe. That was beautiful. Arnold, let's talk about the dummy. Wasn't that Mr. Donegan's?
This is Woody. We're best friends. Friends! We just met 4 eyes, and you're far too clingy for me.
Woody, let Arnold speak first.
You're addressing the doll now? I'm putting an end to this. Keep your mitts off! Hand over the doll, you feeble-minded worm!
Where are you taking him?
To a more structured clinical environment.
Is that where you took Mr. Yamashiro? Is that where you took the other inmates?
Nice kumbaya, Doc.
Today's session was a total failure.
I got a long list of regrets, Doc. But coming here ain't one of them.
Thanks, Joe. You know, Mr. Malone here joined today because of you. I think there's a lot you could teach him. I'll leave you two alone.
Kid, grab that book for me, will you? And then we'll take a walk.
You brushing up on how to escape?
Nah, I just like to reread it every few years. Thanks, kid. I don't move so quick anymore.
You all right?
Bum leg. Comes and goes.
How'd it happen?
Running away from something. Stress causes it to flare up.
What's got you so stressed, Joe?
Right now, all your questions. I know what you think. Dead end, right? Not exactly.
This place is full of secrets.
Watch your step through here. This is a shortcut I use for moving around items of a legally questionable nature.
So this is all contraband?
Nah, most of it is above board.
Why, you don't throw anything away?
I threw my life away, kid. But yeah, nowadays, I'm a bit of a pack rat. So, what's on your mind?
I need to get to death row.
I see. You should get yourself fitted for a pine overcoat first.
I'm not looking to die there, just visit.
I don't think you understand the function of death row. In any case, you'll need an access code just to get through the front door.
Great. An access code. You got one?
Nah. This ain't small potatoes. If you want an access code, you'll have to do something for me.
Name it.
Head through this door. We'll talk around front. Side hustle, as you're aware. It just so happens I have a package for someone. Needs to be delivered.
Sounds easy enough.
Look, I'll help you. But I gotta know. What the hell are you hoping to find in Death Row?
The chapel. I'm looking to repent. I hear they got a good confession booth there.
You really want to confess your sins, kid? Stick with therapy. Well, assuming you're serious about this, go find an inmate named Bird. He'll be in the yard. Give Bird this package in exchange for a bundle of cash. But don't be a hero. And don't resort to violence. Trust me. That's an alley you don't want to go down.
I'll do my best, Joe.
Once you get the cash, meet me back here. You hold up your end, and I'll get you that death row access code.
Well, that's progress. Deliver this package for Joe, and I'll have my way into death row. With a little luck, Otis Flanagan left something there.
Ever met Dr. Crane? Yeah. He sat in on my annual review. Partway through, Brandon goes to take a whiz. Crane doesn't say a word. Just starts pacing, taking notes with those beady little eyes locked on me. And I thought Professor Strange was a kook.
Time to find Bird. I'll check the gym.
Whoa, DeMarco, can't let you through. The rats don't want you now.
You and me were on SWAT duty for years. Now you're telling me I can't walk where I want? I'm not afraid of those cultists. I dealt with worse on the outside.
You had a badge and a gun on the outside, John. They took him when you killed Mom.
Hitman's gonna need more bodies.
Not here. Talk later.
Tell me what happened to Falcone and the boys last night? Who was it? Captain Bolton?
If you'd been there like you're supposed to, you'd already know.
I told you, my vertigo was acting up. Every time I got out of bed, I nearly passed out.
That wasn't vertigo. The problem's with your spine. As in you ain't got one.
Got something for Bird? He's inside.
Who the hell are you?
Malone, I got a package for you from Joe.
Give it here. That feels light. You playing games with me?
No, no games. I'll just take your money and be on my way.
I expected more. If Joe can't deliver, then I keep my money.
Don't sound fair, Birdie.
Life isn't fair. You know, I was born in Peñaduro prison. And you're gonna die in Blackgate. Break him.
Where's the money?
To hell with you.
Money. Now.
Behind a loose brick in the wall.
Nice, Birdie. Job's done. I'll bring this back to Joe.
What happened to Bird?
My company turned Gotham into a world-class city. Now these cultists want to dismantle what little remains of that vision? We weren't perfect, but GothCorp served the greater good.
Right. It's all about the greater good. Like me. I joined Black Mask's outfit, but only because he hated Batman.
Batman's the blight on our city, terrorizing industrious men like you and me while blood-sucking rats run riot. One day soon, his number's up.
About that beatdown in Max Security last night? Apparently, I heard that Bolton smashed Falcone through a wall. Sure seems like the tides are shifting in our favor.
I'm not sure about that. Just because the family's on Bolton's bad side doesn't mean we're any safer.
We'll have to wait.
Got your money.
Your blood, someone else's.
It was a group effort.
I told you not to get rough with them.
Yeah, well, I had no choice.
We always have a choice, kid. Here. Your cut of the profits from the delivery.
And the access code?
0529. The changes in the morning, so do what you have to do before then.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. You did good work. Apart from the violence.
Need something, Malone?
I was hoping we could talk.
Sure. What about?
What was your life like on the outside?
It's a long time ago. Sure you want to hear about this? It's not a thrill.
Spend more time talking to you than anyone else here. I'm curious.
Well, there's no one still alive in here that could vouch for this, but I was a pretty big deal back in the day.
That's so?
I wasn't a Falcone or nothing, but I pulled a few big jobs. Before they built that casino out near Amusement Mile, there was a whole string of bars, pool halls, and card joints. For a stretch, me and my buddies owned that block. Those places were like ATMs. We'd come knocking, take what we want, and peel out. We were living fast.
Sounds like a good time. What happened?
Those buddies started disappearing, until it was just me. What used to be a never-ending party became something else. Something I still have a hard time talking about. But hey, that's what Dr. Quinzel is for.
Yeah, group therapy. Does it actually help?
It's not always a zoo, like today. Sometimes it's good to talk. That stuff you shared was pretty heavy. Sorry about your parents.
Thanks, but it doesn't change anything. Talking about it feels useless.
It does at first. You think I can't change the past, but you keep talking, and you realize you don't have to run from it either.
Got any family?
Younger brother. As far as I know, he's doing all right. We don't exactly talk.
How come?
We grew up poor. Rough neighborhood. Rougher parents. He dealt with it his way. School, marriage, kids, the whole nine. I dealt with it my way. You know how that turned out. As far as he's concerned, I died a long time ago.
I don't believe that. People out there care about us.
Come talk to me in 20 years, kid. See you around, kid.
One of you turds pre-cosmetic.
Still not sure Otis Flanagan's the Rat King, but I believe he attacked Falcone in the chapel. After lights out, I'll hit death row before Tiger cleans the crime scene.